Sussan Ley finally fronts the media, her career as Health Minister in an induced coma.
After discussions with the Prime Minister, I have agreed to stand aside. It was agreed in a mutual conversation.
Sidelined without ministerial pay after Malcolm Turnbull ordered his Department Secretary Martin Parkinson to investigate her travel claims on top of a Finance Department audit. The Prime Minister saying, "I expect the highest standards from my ministers in all aspects of their conduct and especially the expenditure of public money."
I'm very confident that the investigations will demonstrate that no rules were broken whatsoever.
After days of embarrassment and damage, her position became untenable.
I have nothing to hide.
Confident she'll be back in Cabinet, dismissing the whole affair.
I'm calling it just a distraction because that's what it is.
The scandal blew up late last week when it emerged she'd bought an $800,000 Gold Coast unit, apparently on a whim, while on a taxpayer-funded ministerial trip, one of 37 nights and 27 flights into and out of the Gold Coast since 2013.
The Gold Coast is a good place to invest.
But it deepened daily with multiple expense claims for Gold Coast visits, as many as 20, including to meet businesswoman Sarina Russo, staying on to attend her lavish New Year's Eve parties in 2013 and 14. Malcolm Turnbull spoke to Sussan Ley a number of times over the weekend and again this morning when it was decided she should be stood aside. The opposition says it's a weak option, wants Sussan Ley sacked, more ministerial accountability and transparency.
What we see is the Prime Minister squibbing it. He's squibbing it again. It's quite clear that the ministerial standards are an optional extra when it comes to Malcolm Turnbull.
Cabinet Secretary Arthur Sinodinos, who stepped down as Tony Abbott's Assistant Treasurer during a New South Wales corruption investigation, will act as Health Minister.
And Lane Calcutt is live in Canberra for us tonight. Lane, it's a terrible start to 2017 for the Prime Minister. Did he act quickly enough on this?
Well, probably not, Deb, and Sussan Ley could have moved earlier as well instead of waiting until yesterday to fess up. And she didn't help herself with a pretty arrogant news conference dismissing the scandal as a distraction and preempting the investigations by saying she's done nothing wrong and that she will be back. It is a bad start to the year for the Turnbull government, and it could get a whole lot worse with only themselves to blame.